Hi, I'm Cromwell Salvatera,
And I'm Nick Chair.
and welcome to the Marketing Samurais video series where you can learn the latest and best insights on marketing, business, or just having a good working life. And in today's episode, we will tell you all about how Marketing Samurais was born. So Nick, tell me, or let's tell our viewers, ho- what's your background in business?
Well, I have a background in marketing. For the
Yeah,
last 2 decades, I've actually ran my own boutique graphic and web design agency with a big focus on
nice.
marketing because I found that a lot of design agencies focus too much on design rather than helping the customer sell their product, which is the
Yeah,
main
yeah,
reason they come to an agency anyway.
yeah.
Over the years, I've worked with companies such as Whirlpool, National Electrical and Communications Association, People Stream, the Australian Road Research Board, St. John of God, Johnson and Johnson, just to name a few. So you can
Wow,
tell I've worked
wow.
in quite a wide variety of industries, and I've gained quite a lot of insight, and I've managed to apply learnings from one industry into another.
So that's
And
that's small to big business, right? You got there.
absolutely. I've worked with businesses of every size, and yeah, it's amazing what learnings you take from different businesses and different industries, and how
Yeah,
you can actually apply them to different things, and you
yeah.
still get very good results. On the side, I'm also a life coach,
Oh,
so
nice. Very
yeah,
nice.
so I
Yeah,
love to help
yeah,
people in many ways. I don't just
yeah.
help businesses; I help people as well. So that's a bit about me. What about you, Krom?
Well, let's start somewhere. Well, it's funny because my first taste of marketing is back in the early 2000s or even 1999, right? Um, I was working for Virgin Mobile, and it wasn't even Virgin Mobile then, right? And part of the things we had to do was um, uh, to get a tank across the Sydney Harbour Bridge. So you can imagine that kind of publicity stunt that Richard Branson did, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It was in the news. Everybody talked about it. And as a young man back then, I was thinking, wow, so you can do that and people will notice your company and your business, and that's how you do it. And since then, right, I fell in love with the idea of marketing. So I started as a full-time professional marketer since 2004, and luckily my first job was with Hasbro, and I looked after like brands like the nerdy ones, the the Dungeons and Dragons, the Magic the Gathering, the Star Wars, right? And since then, I've worked with companies such as Lego, Star Wars, Transformers, JB Hi-Fi, the University of Sydney, Crimson Education, Magic the Gathering, and Dungeons and Dragons. I think I mentioned that already. Optus, Virgin Mobile, UTS, and the Institute of Applied Psychology, which is really fantastic brands to work with. I personally, I just love marketing. I love marketing. I Something about an idea that you can put together and everybody understands the story, and in return you get paid, or at least you're changing people's lives, or you're helping a business. You know what I mean? And to me, that's what marketing does. It's very powerful, very powerful.
Well, personally, I love the psychology aspect of it. I like how you're trying to understand the customer, what makes them tick, and then there's a science in applying the right techniques to make them behave in a certain way that is favorable to your business. That's
That's
how
right,
I
that's right,
word it.
that's right. Yeah, I think my definition of marketing is you literally need to create, as a marketer, you need to create your own market, right? And I've been doing that now since 2004. Oh my God, I just revealed my age. So it's now 2020. So anyway, Nick, let's talk about we how Marketing Sunrise was born. Do you want to start this one?
Yeah. So after running my own agency for 2 decades, like I said,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I did notice was the business landscape started changing. We did
yeah,
SEO in the old agency as well, and it was getting a lot more competitive.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
harder to get your keywords up the ranking ladder and things like that. And I thought, no, the focus used to be we used to build great websites and then we added some SEO to it so that customers would find the website. But then it got to the point where you didn't just have to find the website. You had to be the first or second website your customers found. And it was getting harder and harder to get there. So I thought, no, the future is no longer in building a website and then putting it on Google. The future is actually building a website and making sure it ends up on people's screens, whether it's the desktop or phones. And that's the only way to move forward. So I decided at that point that where my old business was a design, graphic and web design agency with a SEO on the side, the whole focus
yeah,
had to change. Digital marketing had to sit on the top, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
the design comes in to support it. And that was what prompted me to start my search for a super talent to work with to basically change the whole focus of my company and form a new one that had digital marketing sitting on the top of the hierarchy. And that's where you come in.
And that's through mutual introductions. There's actually a few introductions before I actually bumped into you, and it's funny because we had the same vision of what how to treat or serve a business. You know what I mean? And what kind of outcomes that we want the business to have, like what are the minimums, and you and I actually, I think we're in line with that one, that the business should be treated in a certain way. Like I want my customers to feel like $1 million. And I know it sounds so cliche to say that, but truthfully, a lot of business owners, they struggled to get their business up and running to a certain level, right? To afford agencies. And I believe that when they go and hire us, for example, it's our turn to return the favor, not only as because they're our customers, but also make sure that they get the results that they want, and on a timely, in time and within budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with a minimum amount of stress. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Um, I've seen it again and again in so many. I've been in an agency world for a while now, so and I've been a freelancer and I've been a consultant as well, marketing consultant. And I've seen business owners, like, they're literally tearing their hair out because they were just so stressed because they can't contact the agencies that they were working with, all that kind of stuff. I've been within an in-house marketer and an agency marketer as well. So I totally agree with you. Yeah. And it's funny because you also said that digital marketing should be on top of the hierarchy. How did you conclude that? Just curious.
Well, basically, you know how in the world of marketing,
Mm.
you want marketing to sit on top of the whole business model because everything your company does should be for the customer. You know how when a product is conceived, it
Yeah.
should be conceived out of a need you recognize that the customer has. Yeah, and
Mm.
the old way of doing business we're talking about in the 80s and so on was you created a product and then you bring the product to the market. But marketing changed that whole thing around. So it's the same thought basically. So basically, we now want digital marketing to sit on top, and all the design work that comes afterwards should be there to support digital marketing.
Yes.
And the whole reason for that is we want to see our customers succeed. We want to see their products sell or their services sell and their revenues increase. Hence the focus on digital marketing at the top.
Funny you said that because in the 80s, I remember as a kid, the bigger the billboard, probably the more successful that company was. Or remember the yellow pages? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That very thick book that you get once a year. The bigger your ad there, right? Um, the more successful the company becomes. To the point where I've even noticed some companies, they started naming their companies in AAA to be on or the AAA in the category they're in, so they're the first ones.
Oh yes.
I think that's like the first, or a very very primitive version of SEO.
It worked back then.
Because you know what I mean. Instead of keywords, you got okay. I want to be page one of the search. You
That
know what
was
I
the
mean?
hack to get to page
It
one
was
back
the hack,
then.
right? So I find that very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I think digital marketing is gonna be uh, probably. I mean, I'm very biased, by the way. Um, I've spent 6 years of my life devoting to myself to digital marketing as a traditional marketing that shift to digital marketing. And I totally can see that I think that most people, and please, people can probably argue with this, most people will go to their phones first to check out, they're going to Google something to get an answer if they want a service or a product, right? They'll go there first before
I
they
think the
go to,
stats, I think the,
yeah, we got
sorry to
stats.
interrupt, but I think the stats actually show now over
Yeah,
90% of buying, well, purchase decisions or journey, actually, I should say, start with a Google search.
yeah,
So
yeah,
there you
yeah, yeah,
go.
that's,
So, Chrome, let's get back to the main topic about how Marketing Samurais was born.
yeah, sure.
So yeah, when I started my search for someone, I knew I had to find someone who was the best. And it sounds like I'm trying to sell you, but believe me, you wouldn't be my business partner if you weren't the best.
Oh, thank you.
So anyway, few months after we got to know each other, as you know, COVID-19, the pandemic hit and lockdown started, and that changed the Australian and the world business
Yeah,
landscape forever.
yeah,
Businesses were forced to go online. Competition went from here to here, virtually in the space of 1-2 months. So many businesses that weren't online went online, and then the ones that went online suddenly started doing their own attempts at digital marketing
yeah,
and so on.
yeah.
And yeah, we noticed the competition absolutely heated up in that period, and that was pretty much the prompter for me anyway. That was why I thought, Crump, we have to do something about this. You have the knowledge, I have the knowledge. We can help our customers, our existing customers and new ones so much by getting them ahead of the competition that's out there.
Absolutely. COVID-19, they said there's COVID-19 babies. There's probably a boom
Mm-hmm.
happening. Well, our baby was different. We ended up building an agency called Marketing Samurais, because I really believe that we can help so many businesses this way, right? And if a business doesn't have a proper digital marketing plan in this like time, like 2020, that's some serious problem there, because their competition is doing that. They're planning their digital marketing, and their online marketing is now at the front, right? And those, there would still be businesses that will resist that. I'll give you an example. There will be some accounting businesses that would just say no, or even a lot of sole trader businesses would say, nah, I got my word of mouth. A lot of businesses would say, I do my business via referral. I got word of mouth, which is great. Don't get me wrong; those are really reliable ways of getting business and customers. However, there's a however, right? Your competitors are doing that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So imagine if you got word of mouth and digital marketing, right? And plus, let's say you have you're blessed, your business is blessed, and you have a good sales team as well. Well, put those three together, and not only you'll the your business will survive, but it will also thrive.
Absolutely.
And in the end, you probably start getting your brand equity also goes up. You know what I mean? And at the forefront of that one, there's one marketing channel or sector of the marketing, should I say, that can help you do that. That's digital marketing. It's so big. It's I mean, probably a lot of my peers and my traditional marketing peers will probably disagree with me in this one. Like, the budget that used to go to TV and radio and newspaper is probably
Mhm.
going to digital marketing now, right?
As it should, I reckon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'll give you an example. I used to work with a professor in UTS, and his idea of advertising is to pay a newspaper, yeah, and then literally opening that section of the newspaper and leaving it on the coffee table, so somebody can see that, read it, and then pass it to the next person. And no, that's very slow. And if you ask, let's say, the professor's like, professor, okay, how many leads did you get from that ad? They probably can't answer that. And that's an advantage again of digital marketing. So I guess to wrap this video up, um, marketing summarizes is about that: metrics, good results, you know, and literally helping as many businesses as possible survive and thrive in these economic conditions now. So
Yep,
what do
absolutely.
you think?
I know you have the secret recipe for digital marketing
Yes.
success, and
Yep.
yeah, I'm just glad that we've got a chance to unleash it to the general
Nice.
public and
I can't
businesses
wait.
now.
I can't wait. I've tried my formula now in so many businesses, in so many accounts, and it works. I thought it was only in Australia that will work. Now it also work overseas in America, Singapore, and the UK, and Europe, and South America even. It worked there. So I can't wait till we help more businesses with this.
Fantastic. Well, we hope that you'll give us the opportunity to help you. Thank you very much for
Yes.
watching our video.
Thank you. Until next time.
See ya.
Bye.